We have a slight unusual arrangement this morning because the chair and the vice chair are both unavailable today, and thus, as senior member, it falls to me to chair the meeting. And I will ask Michael to tell us who is sitting in for whom among our alternates.
Senator Gray could sit in for Senator Lang. Representative Grassi, well, I'm sorry, he's not here yet. Representative Fellows could sit in for Representative McGuire. And Senator Whitley can sit in for herself.
I'm sure you feel up to that, Senator. So we have several postponements. Could you please tell us which ones, and we'll have a motion on that.
Would you like to do the minutes first?
Sure. So do we have a motion on the minutes? Moved by Senator Ward, seconded by Senator Gray. Are there any corrections, emendations, or what have you? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you. That's now the consent agenda. Do we have anything to be removed?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, let's pause for a moment while Representative Grassi takes a seat. Are there any items to be removed from the consent calendar? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Takes care of the consent calendar. So Chairman Demas, you're going to stick around for a while, right? Thank you. Good. So now let's get to the postponements.
Okay. Could you tell me who made the motion and second on that?
I believe
I made the motion to approve, but I don't think anybody seconded it.
Okay.
Do you want to?
I didn't hear who was the second.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, Representative Grassi has entered the meeting. He could sit for Representative Leon.
Okay. Very good. So now we have several items to be postponed. Would you please?
On the regular agenda, items B and C from the Installation Standards Board, final proposal 2023-279 and 2023-302 can both be postponed, along with item D from the Department of Energy 2024-28, and item G, EXRF 2024-4, all to be discussed at the August 15th meeting. The first three items, B, C, and D, will require a waiver.
Let's have a motion for that,
Could I ask a question?
please.
Could you please, why are these being postponed?
At the agency's request, they still want to do further work on the rules.
Okay, thank you.
In some instances, I know they want to do a conditional approval, but they got our comments fairly late and didn't have enough time.
Thank you. That was Gray and Becky Whitley, Senators Gray and Senators, who made the motion to waive.
Yeah. So Senator Gray, did you have a comment or you're just making the motion? Thank you. Okay, further comments on the postponements? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That would include the waivers in those instances where the waivers are necessary. Okay, so I think that leaves us ready to start with item 2024-67. Okay, who has that?
That would be my rule.
Okay,
So this is from the Department of Business and Economic Affairs. It's on the Housing Champion Program. The department did file an amended conditional approval, and the only remaining comment is on page 35 of the amended conditional approval. After the department awards a grant or a loan to a municipality or a private developer, and that award is approved by the governor and the executive council, the department will then enter into an agreement with the awardee. And there is a potential basis for objection that these agreements are rules because they are going to be applied to people outside of the agency, and they may impose requirements on these individuals or these awardees that would apply to other awardees. So under the definition of a rule under 541A.1.4, it would technically be considered a rule, but the committee has taken varied positions on this interpretation. For example, last year when the Department of Administrative Services brought their procurement rules before the committee, even though multiple agreements by the Department of Administrative Services were the same, the committee did see that there were some differences and therefore found them more to be contracts as opposed to rules. So that is the only comment I have on this rule set.
Would you like to tell us who you are this morning, and probably the same person as regularly as well. And then tell us what you think about the contract rule aspect.
Thank you very much, committee members. My name is Chase Hageman. I'm the Director of Economic Development at BEA. Introduce yourself, Andrew.
My name's Andrew Dorset. I'm the Housing Finance Director at BEA for the Invest New Hampshire program.
And just to follow up on the Attorney Ricard's comments, the purpose of this clause is simply to identify that awards or agreements would be entered into with the recipients of funding that would then go to governor and council for authorization. The agreements themselves would effectively be contracts subject to terms within the state's standard P37 or G1, plus any terms relevant to their specific application within the program. So the scope of the project would be the more customized terms within each contract.
Okay, well, the JELCAR has approved similar things in the past on the basis of being contracts, but it's our call again this time. So do we want to have a discussion of that? Seeing that, so we're okay with viewing them the same way the agency does? Do we have a motion? Senator Ward motions to approve, and Senator Chanley seconds. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so that brings us to 2024-49.
So 2024-49 is on school nurse licensure for the Board of Education. And the only issue is that the interim rules expired June 12th, 2024. And so JELCON may have questions about enforcement since that time.
Hi, I'm Susan Blake. I'm an administrator for the Bureau of Credentialing for the Department of Education.
Julie Shea, Administrative Rules Coordinator for Department of Ed.
Okay, what's your position and what has been done, if anything, in the period of expiration?
We have not processed any school nurse applications or renewals for incoming school nurse certifications. So we're holding.
Okay. Further comment? Do I hear a motion? Moved by Senator Chanley, seconded by Representative Grassley, I believe. Further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you have your rules. Okay, so that brings us to the Pharmacy Board. Who has that?
So that one also is an expired rule, and the summary of comments actually states that the boards had no disciplinary actions during the expiration, but like, as always, it's an expired rule, so you may have questions.
Good morning, Chantel Wheeler, Rules Administrator with OPLC.
Okay, and what if anything has been done during the period of expiration?
I could confirm with the Board Administrator that no action has been taken for disciplinary purposes for these rules since
Okay,
the
thank
period of
you.
expiration.
So do we have further questions, points of interest? I will entertain a motion. Senator Ward moves to approve, seconded by Representative Grassi. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? So that's unanimous as well. So is that everything? Sorry for taking so long, but I'm new in this job.
We have nothing under other business. If you wish, you could vote to cancel the continued meeting.
Moved by Senator Gray, second by Representative Grassi. Further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Nay. It's everyone. Thank you. So we're done.